What is up, you guys? Welcome to this channel, and this is gonna be my first video of this What If series. This is an idea I really wanted to do. You probably know what this is. This is What If Deku was Saitama's son. Now play the intro.
I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Okay, before we start, please go like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on. And let's get right into it. This right now is many years before Deku's birth. And this is in the One Punch Man universe. Saitama sees a monster with immense power reserves. Saitama asks this beast from the planet of darkness, "Why are you here?" But he doesn't answer. Saitama has only heard rumors about these purple beasts and how they have leaders for their squadrons. And there are 10 of these squadron leaders, and all the leaders have one king. He also knows that the squadron leader can obliterate a whole squadron that can range from 150,000 Darkanians to 300,000. And the king can defeat all the squadron leaders in an instant, which just shows the power of their king. The squadron leaders are known as the 10 legendary Dark Soldiers. So this is one of the unintelligent beasts. He saw that it was attacking random civilians and buildings. Saitama knew he had to do something, since none of the heroes can beat it in a fight. He lures the beast to outer space and then they fight. Saitama, after killing him with one punch, takes the GPS off his belt and goes straight to the planet of darkness. He is greeted by these creatures. A squadron of these creatures, but there are only 20,000 Darkanians. He sees their leader behind all of them, so he gets right into the fighting. Saitama is able to just barely defeat all 20,000 soldiers, and then when he was finished, the squadron leader attacks. Saitama knew this was going to happen, so before the squadron leader attacks him, he uses the rest of his power into one punch. He punches the ground under him, and the punch is so hard that there's a rip in the space-time continuum which he falls in. He's out cold and out of stamina. The portal-like hole led him to the My Hero Academy universe. He fell in an alleyway, and a few minutes later, a bypasser saw him and took him straight to the hospital. The doctors treat him for days until he finally wakes up. He knew that he had to look for someone to help him fight against the Darkanians. He learns about the Hero Society and goes to see how strong the number one hero is. When he finds All Might, he asks him to spar. At first, All Might refuses, but when Saitama explains everything, he allows it. They go to the arena, and when they begin, Saitama jumps right to All Might's face to test out how fast All Might is. All Might doesn't see this at all, and Saitama notices that All Might is too weak to fight alongside him, and he would end up holding back because of All Might. He can't think of a way to defeat those soldiers and their king. He decides to stay in this world, and hopefully he'll find someone like him that isn't known at all but is really strong. He eventually gets married to Inko, and they have Izuka. Saitama tries to train Izuka when he's 2, but Inko doesn't allow this. Saitama thinks that his ability to have no limits on his strength might be genetic, so he wants to test out his theory. But Inko tells him he's not allowed to train Deku until he's 8 years old. Saitama's sad about this, but he knows that Deku needs to get older to handle this much power. So now there's a 2-year skip in time, and Deku's going to the doctor to see what is his quirk. But just like in canon, he doesn't have a quirk. Saitama is about to ask him how it went when they get home, but he sees Deku's face and decides to be quiet. Saitama is also sad about this, because his son is obsessed with being a hero. While Saitama is thinking about all of this, in his head, he sees his wife walking into his room and sits next to him on his bed. She tells him, "This is the last thing I wanted to ask you, but can you train Izuka?" This hits Saitama hard. He was the one asking her to train Izuka, but now she's the one asking him. He's very happy to hear this and goes right to Deku and tries to cheer him up. He tells him, "You know you still have a chance at being a hero." Izuka tells him, "But I'm quirkless, how?" Saitama tells him, "And so am I." Deku's shocked by this and doesn't believe it because he knows that if his dad wanted to, he could be the #1 hero. Izuka doesn't believe this and thinks his father has an amazing quirk. When Saitama sees this, he decides to tell Deku about his backstory, and Deku finally believes him and asks him how to obtain this power. Saitama tells him that the only people who can obtain this power is himself and possibly Deku. Saitama tells Deku he will do this training for a month and we'll see how it goes. After 1 month of his training, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run, Saitama calls for Deku. He tells him, "This is the time where we can see if you're gonna become a hero or not." Deku's nervous, but he hopes he can do it. Saitama tells Deku to punch a nearby tree. Deku punches the tree, and it and the tree behind it are both knocked down. Deku is surprised by this and how powerful he is, and he screams in joy knowing he can become a hero. Saitama is equally as happy, but doesn't show it that much. Day after he knocked down both trees, he went up to Bakugo and told him, "Can you meet me after school today? I have something really important I want to show you." He tells him to get lost or he'll blast him to the moon. Deku runs away and goes to his class. This happens every month for 3 years, and Bakugo one day is confronted by Deku. Deku tells him, "Can you meet me after school today?" Bakugo says, "Fine, but if it's something stupid, I'm gonna beat you up." They meet after school and Bakugo is angry, wants to beat Deku up. He tells him, "Ready for your beating, Deku?" Deku says, "Wait, look at this." And then he flicks his finger at a tree, completely knocking it down and all the trees surrounding it. Bakugo is surprised by this, and he asks Deku, "How did you obtain this power? You're quirkless." Deku tells him, "Hard work." Bakugo doesn't believe this at first, but then he's impressed and tells Deku, "Can I come train with you sometime?" Deku accepts this and is happy to hear it. The next day after school, Bakugo goes to Deku's house and they train together. They're 7 years old right now, both of them. Deku does his normal training and Bakugo tries to work on his physical strength. They keep training together and their bond grows greater and greater. Bakugo's personality is much affected in this timeline by Deku, because Deku is way stronger than him, and sometimes they have sparring sessions. Bakugo knows that Deku's undefeatable, and he also knows about Deku's father. The only people that know about Saitama are Inko, Deku's mom, Deku, and All Might, and Bakugo. Bakugo at first stopped calling Izuka Deku, but Izuka told him, "No, you can call me Deku, because my Deku means you can do it." So Bakugo keeps calling him Deku. Bakugo and Deku are now 14 and are best friends. The day comes where Deku's walking under a bridge in a dark alley, and the sludge villain attacks. Thank you guys for watching this video till the end, and please go like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on, because I'll really appreciate it because it really helps the channel. Thank you. Goodbye.